Hello. Good evening from Mykonos. Looks like the microphone is working here on the Silhouette, Celebrity Silhouette, just outside of Mykonos. Allison is entertaining the group for dinner, and so I thought I would come topside to give you guys a sunset cruise. So here we are, just looking out. I'm going to turn the camera around. Here we are on deck. Let you see. Beautiful, beautiful evening here. So let me turn around and look out on that sunset. That is a Greek sunset for you. Just a beautiful, beautiful night. It's about 10 minutes, 15 minutes from sunset. So that's looking toward Delos, the island, not the island right there that you see, but further off in the distance, in the dark in the distance, you see. Hi Tim, how you doing? Glad you could join us. So Delos is way off in the distance there. Let me turn this a little bit. This towards our stern is Mykonos. I'm on the port side of the ship at this point, looking out towards the ocean. I wanted to make sure that we could at least see the ocean and see the sunset. So what I'm expecting is at Sailaway, which is about 20 minutes away, the ship, that's forward down there. You can see the bridge. So he's definitely going to have to turn left here and go hard port. So it seemed to me that as we turned to port, the sun would then be in front of us and you would be able to see Mykonos off to our port side. If I went to the aft, I had a beautiful, I was kind of checking around where would be a good place to look and show you all, what we're seeing here. And aft was nice. It was a beautiful view, but it's part of the Ocean View Cafe, and I didn't want to disturb anybody's dinner. So I went ahead and just absorbed it myself for a few minutes and then came up here to where now you can see the beautiful sunset here. Mykonos Island, the Greek islands, on our Mediterranean group cruise. We had just a delightful day here. It's been warm and sunny all day. We woke up and I would say it was about 70 to 72 degrees, so it was just very, very comfortable. It's been humid all day. It's been 80% humidity, and you can tell from the clouds, of course, that's the humidity there gathering. And it got up to about 82 degrees as we walked around Mykonos town. We got to walk through and go to little shops and do a little shopping. Definitely got some gelato, had a Greek salad. Definitely enjoying the evening or the afternoon here. Just a wonderful, wonderful time. So we are getting ready for our sail away in a few minutes. Like I said, 15, 20 minutes maybe. Today they tendered. In fact, I'm going to go on the opposite side and let you see what was going on. So here we are on board. Very quiet. It's it's just before 7 o'clock. So I don't know how many minutes before 7. I'm thinking it's like 20 till or quarter till. Celebrity has a wonderful little pool area here. A couple of people in the jacuzzi, but nobody in the pool. I'm gonna have to get my swimsuit out. Oh, there's the sun peeking out behind the clouds some more. And This direction, if you look, you can't quite see through, or maybe it's forward. There's another pool area. Yeah, it's forward. There's another pool area that's enclosed up there. So we're gonna have to go swimming. All right, I'm gonna bring you over here to the starboard side and let you see cargo ship coming in here. There's a little, maybe that's a dinner cruise, who knows? Or a fishing boat, who knows? So if you look off in the distance there, that's Mykonos city, town. It's really hard to tell right there. That is, let me see if I can zoom in some and let you see the iconic windmills right there. So if you see just 2 or 3 of them sitting out, there's actually 5 or 6 there. Those are the iconic windmills of Mykonos Island. Just beautiful. We'll be posting pictures later. Let me zoom back to our normal place here. So what they do, for those of you that haven't been here before, if you plan to come this direction, is see where this cargo ship is backing up. This is what's called the new port, simply because it's the new port for Mykonos. And hi, Bill. So over here, up against the wharf this morning was the Holland America New Stotendam. And so they were here before we were. We got here at 7 a.m. So I guess they beat us into town. And so they were moored against the wharf. And we, as you can tell, are anchored out here a few hundred feet offshore. And so we tendered all day back and forth to this new port over here. And they didn't use the ship's lifeboat / tenders to water shuttle, but the local Greeks, and this will happen again tomorrow in Santorini, they have their own tender ships, so their own shuttles, water shuttles. So they water shuttled us back and forth around this side of the port. And so they come up to the ship and off you go and go over there. And then just as you get off, and you get off at this end, you walk down, there's a little bridge that goes across to the mainland, and then down towards where this cargo ship, just opposite that, there's another opening into another part of that little new port, and they have what's called the sea bus. In fact, you can see one over here, just a little tiny dot over there. That's the sea bus. And it shuttles you, or they also will refer to it as a water taxi, but it's named Sea Bus. And it will shuttle you back and forth between here at Newport over to there at the Mykonos Old Port. Hi, Ronald. Glad for you to join us. And so that is a €4 one direction trip, and so you buy a ticket for €8 round trip, or maybe it's €2. Yeah, €2 one way, €4 round trip. So we bought the round trip ticket, and you hop on the shuttle after you got off this water shuttle tender, and it takes you over to the old port of Mykonos, to the old town. And that's where, again, those iconic windmills are, the wonderful little town, jewelry shops, gift shops, clothing stores, you name it, souvenirs, gelato, a lot of little eateries. You want something Greek to eat, it's there. You want something Italian to eat, it's there. You want something American, it's Greek style, and it's there. So very, very quaint little place. We may see a jet taking off here soon. We're under the flight path. So on the other side of the island is the airport. So people fly in here. Also, we saw earlier a ferry that was here, and that, of course, would likely take you into Athens, Santorini, other places, other Greek isles and such. So this is Mykonos. We understand it's a very active nightlife around here too. Oh, I hear a jet taking off, I think. Unless that was the ship making a noise. So this Creta cargo line has been backing up. And I don't know if it's a ferry. Maybe they're going to drop the back so people can drive off. I don't know. Just a lovely, lovely day that we had. The water, you can see, there you go, how blue that is. Just incredibly blue. And that's a nice little beach right there. Some hotels, little places for people to stay. We met a family from Switzerland, actually 2 families from Switzerland. They're just down, they flew down, and they're staying, they said, for 3, 4, 5 days just on the island, and they were taking the sea bus over into town from here, and then they were just going to play around and come back. And just wonderful little wonderful day that we had. We walked around town, did some souvenir shopping, had to get some ice cream. The temperature, Mari, 72 degrees. It is absolutely delightful. This is just a near perfect day. It like I mentioned, it got up to 82 degrees during the day, so it was warm, and the sun came out, or the sun was out all morning, I guess I would say, and then it clouded over around 3 or 4, and was fairly cloudy for the next 2 to 3 hours. And you can see as we look up that there are clouds, but they're sparse. So it was just a beautiful day. We just enjoyed walking around and seeing the sights. We'll put some pictures up. We'll talk about what we did during the day here. A little bit later, I'll get our video up so that everybody can see and appreciate what we did. So, humid. Yes, it is humid. 80% humidity. I actually checked that because we could tell it was a little more humid than we've felt in the past. So, thanks, Carolyn. We had a wonderful time with you too. So, let's see. So I think let you see this water again. Just incredible how blue it is. Just really, really something. We're still 15 minutes away from Sailaway, but the water shuttle has quit going back and forth. So everybody's on board. All aboard was, I think, 6:15 actually. So I don't think anybody is shuttling back and forth at all. I think we're all here. Let's go back so you can see that sunset. Hardly anybody out here. A lot of people at dinner, of course. Well, good, Tim. If you can make her a Greek salad. You know, we have tried. You look at the ingredients, and the ingredients are just so simple for just a lovely Greek salad. Get yourself a cucumber, cut it, quarter it lengthwise, and slice it. Get yourself a couple of tomatoes, cut those up, and then, oh, they've blocked me off here. I can get over here. Here we go. They're tying down all the loungers. So here's a dinner cruise for you. That's a cute little boat. Got the lights on it, full of people up there having a good time before dinner or for dinner. As you sail around, it's just beautiful here. Okay. Beautiful sunset. Let's watch this sailboat as it comes into view here. Thank you all for joining us. I know it's, let's see, if it's 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock here, 11, 10, about 10 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast. And it's a Saturday, so anybody on the West Coast, you're still sleeping, I hope. You better sleep in on a Saturday. And I hope my microphone is blocking the wind noise. It seems to be. You can hear the music just a little bit from that boat, from the ship as they're doing their, it pretty much looks like an evening dinner cruise of some sort. Just a beautiful evening here. So for those of you that have just joined, it is 72 degrees right now, maybe down to 70 now. It was 80% humidity today. 82 was the high. So 80 and 80, that's a little warm, a little muggy, but not unbearable, that's for sure. And the shopkeepers are very good about having ACs running. So you step in and buy a few things. So, Bill, this is I would term this a medium-sized ship. Definitely not a mega ship. Celebrity has their Edge class, which would be the Apex and the Beyond and Edge. Those are the newest large ones. This one is medium. I don't recall the actual size in passengers. I'm guessing that it's in the high 2000s, 2,800, maybe up to 3,200, but not much more than that. The ship seems not packed, but it is generally full. So let's see. Oh, thanks, Ronald. So yeah, it is very very convenient. Turn back here, you can see that says the Ocean View Cafe. So that's the buffet, which extends across both sides and towards the back. They've got some very decent food stations, beverages, desserts, salads, you name it, it's there. The dining room, Allison is downstairs entertaining in the dining room, our group right now. It's a 2-level dining room, and so it does add a bit to the noise. It does make for a little more, I wouldn't say it's uncomfortably loud, but definitely it has a buzz to it. It is an area of activity. Wonderful crew feeding you. Last night we had, if you saw our video, I had the seared salmon, and Allison had the, hi Joy, fellow Hoosier. Welcome. We had, like I said, Allison had the steak, and I had a seared salmon. I can hear the anchor coming up. Hey, Larry. How you doing up on your area of the world? Windy and cloudy. So, heading to Portugal tomorrow, so you're going to get a little bit warmer. Good. Glad to hear. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear, but they are hoisting the anchor. Clang, clang, clang. So, Jojo in Rancho. Are you in Rancho Cucamonga or a different Rancho? 8:50 in the morning. Okay. Glad you're awake. Thank you for joining us. So yeah, they're bringing that anchor up. We should be taking off here in the next 10 to 20 minutes. So Brent and, oops, missed it. Brent and Annie. So yes, the Silhouette is a beautiful ship. Jojo is in Rancho Cucamonga. Larry, we are in Mykonos. So I was explaining to others as I joined on first thing as we started this. Allison is down entertaining the group for dinner. So I'm holding down the fort up here on the Lido deck. Maybe this is not the Lido. I think maybe the Lido might be below us. So it's sunset just happened in the last 10 minutes. We have just a time for Sailaway. Let me turn just a little bit, and you can tell that we are pivoting. If you check out the forward here and the houses on the hill, you can see that we are pivoting a little bit. And I would have thought we would have pivoted the other direction. But you know what? I'm not the expert here. I'm not the captain. So find us here. The tendering process was very slick. They use local tenders, local water shuttles, and they just go back and forth 5-10 minutes. You hop on, they take you over, they drop you off, and you go from there. In fact, later on, if you come back and watch the video, you can see I explained it fully. That you'll just want to get on the tender. And again, not everybody tenders. This is our third time to Mykonos, and I think this is the first time we've tendered. The other 2 times we just got right off on the ship. It's tied up against the wharf. So it varies as to what day it is, what ship you're on. Uh-oh. Sorry. Little malfunction there. Sorry about that. I'm using a fancy gimbal and it decided to turn. Allison is down entertaining the troops for dinner. So thank you, Christy. Please, yes, like, subscribe, comment, and share. So there is a jet taking off. So the airport on the other side of the island here. So you can jet to Mykonos. Just a beautiful, beautiful evening. There you go, a Greek sunset from the Greek Isles on our Mediterranean group cruise on board the Celebrity Silhouette as we get ready to depart. I'm sure we're going to hear a horn here shortly, so cover your ears. Could be in the next 5 minutes. I'm not up against the horn as we were yesterday, so it won't shock us as much as it did. So I'm looking at the sunset itself, and I'm looking at the sunset that it's displaying on the screen here, which would be what you see. This iPhone is catching it majestically. It is this gorgeous. It is just beautiful here this evening. We had just a delightful day. The water, Allison actually walked down and put her hand in the water at the bay and said it's warm. One of these days we're just going to have to be walking in wearing our swimsuit so that we can just step into the water. Yeah, she said it was warm. If you look down here, we've got a couple more boats coming around. And you can tell we've turned quite a bit here now. So I assume we're going to kind of back out. You can look, oh, we have a, there's that cargo line heading out. Guess we got to wait for him to move. And if you look just below that, you can see the water moving around from the thrusters. Okay. For some reason, I apologize. The gimbal likes to have a little mind of its own. If it does it again, I'm just going to take it off and go manual. But I like to have it where it has more of a smooth. I like to give you a smoother view this way. Oops. Because I know it doesn't jump as much when I'm using a gimbal as if I was just using the standard handheld holder. Any other questions? Should I ask anybody a question here? Who here has been to Mykonos? And if you have, how many times have you been? Who has not been? And I welcome you to come. It's just a very iconic Greek island. As I mentioned, the windmills up on the hill above Mykonos town, just wonderful. Definitely a touristy feel to it on that, but it's not a heavily tourist. You're not feeling like it's just all tourists. I have to say the Greeks are just a very welcoming, very, very welcoming bunch of people. They love to have you here, of course, and yeah, there's the fact that we're bringing some tourist dollars. I'm going to come around here on the other side because maybe the ship is angled just enough that it's blocking the signal and I lose it. Oh, and the lights have come on. You can see the moon up through the clouds. Christy's not been to Mykonos yet. You're gonna love it. Okay, so again, this is the new port of Mykonos. The Eric, how you doing? The Holland America New Stotendam was there this morning. We had some Let's Go family members on there that reached out to us on Facebook and said that they wished we could have met up, but time didn't allow it. And then, so from there, again, you take a water shuttle, they call it the Sea Bus. It's a water taxi, and it will port you over to the old town over there. So that is Mykonos Old Town. There's the, Ronald was here about 5 years ago. Hi Hope, how are you? There's the moon up at the top of the screen. The sun was on the other side, but it has actually set. Sunset was 15 minutes ago. So we have pivoted a fair amount here. I heard the anchor go up, for those of you that weren't here. I heard the anchor go up about 5-10 minutes ago. So any minute now, it's 7 o'clock on the nose, 7 p.m. There we go. Sorry again about, there we go. You can see the wake from the thrusters down there. So that is the old town over there. It is actually a little bit darker than what you see. So I thought that's interesting how the camera does really lighten that up so much. Just a beautiful, beautiful night here. It's more lights than it is light. If I zoom in a little bit, you can see the lights a little better. You zoom in a little bit more even. So there's the old town. Mykonos going up the hill. Just beautiful. All right, I'm going to zoom back out. There we go, back to full view. Okay. There we go. Larry, it's 5 p.m. for him heading to Portugal, so not too many hours off. So I'm going to hang around here as long as I've got a signal. Oops. It keeps buffering, so hoping that we're not going to lose signal here too much. Oops. Sorry. Oh, wait a minute. Here we are. Here we are. Okay. We are back. Off. I'd rather say a gracious a gracious good night rather than have it dropped. So thank you for joining as we have sailed away from Mykonos. We are about to take